Hello. If you're watching this one right after the last one, it was also recorded within like 30 minutes after the last one. Because I wanted to play some more with my deck, and I went against Dracotail. I have not seen these cards. Like I remember vaguely remember watching MBT's video on when they first were announced, but I remember nothing of them. Having played against them now, I hate them for one and one reason only: the fact that the deck is... I can't even call it Dracotail. Here's my reason why. Now, I really quickly put together a list that I thought was like, is this how you're supposed to do it? So I put, like, without putting in the new cards that they have, just type in Dracotail. So without putting in any of these two cards, which I'm sure this one definitely helps as like a one of, and this one, I don't know if this one's good or not, but hey, probably. I put 3 of everything in, and then, except for this guy, I'm like, oh, maybe do 2 of him, and then 3 of these 2 Charmies, 3 of Droll because it's popular, 3 of Ash because always. It's like, okay, and there's still like 4 slots to do whatever. And that's with me playing 2 of each trap, which you don't need to. You could just do 1 of each. Since all of these traps say, then you can place a Dracotail card from your grave or banishment on the bottom and draw a card. All of these cards recur you stuff, which is crazy. So when you use a Dracotail as a fusion material, you just get to do stuff. So this one, all of the dragons, when used, will set you a spell or trap. And then, I think the spellcasters do as well. Yeah, every monster in the deck, if used as fusion material for a fusion summon, will set you a spell trap. And then this one will put himself back into the deck, and then summon a non-fusion Dracotail, which is like, okay, that's okay. And that's only if a fusion Dracotail dies. And then this one targets a spellcaster Dracotail, and it puts itself back and then adds that card to the hand. And then, and then, goodness. Oh my gosh, I hate my mouse. And then this one, it doesn't have that graveyard effect, but if it gets set as a fusion summon, you get to set the card and then negate a monster. And then the traps all say the line, then you can put a Dracotail from grave or banish on bottom and draw 1. The spells, this one is Shaddoll Fusion, but your opponent doesn't need to have an extra deck monster. So if you're going first, you just get to use your deck. Which, like, yeah, you have to use a monster from the hand at minimum, because the 2 fusions that exist, Gulamel and Arthalion, require a Dracotail monster and then a monster in the hand for Gulamel, or require a Dracotail monster and monsters and like 1 or more monsters in the hand. This is so generic it hurts. And it is for exactly that reason that what you actually play is something more akin to this, which is what my opponent in today's video is playing. Look at this. Let's just remove the Alistair stuff real quick. I would like to now count with you the number of Dracotail cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There are 19 Dracotails. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There are 15 hand traps. This person has almost as many hand traps in their deck as they do Dracotails. And I think the only reason they don't have 6 more is because they put the Alistair cards in here. Which is just like, bruh. I like Yu-Gi-Oh! But the way I like Yu-Gi-Oh! Is when a deck can be... When you can call a deck, like using an archetype, it is because a majority of the cards in the deck are that archetype. And it is not... Oh, by the way, I have like 12 plus hand traps. Because I will admit, Yu-Gi-Oh has gotten way faster than it ever was. But I hate that because of that, it is just perfectly fine to just be like, yeah, here's a non-archetypal card that just says no, and you kind of have to play it, because if you don't, you just lose on the spot. Because, like, looking at this extra deck, yeah, it really is, like, the Dracotail stuff takes up 5 slots. I guess maybe you put this guy in, too, since it's a dragon and a spellcaster. It's like, cool, you get to resummon a card. Doesn't really feel like it's that good, if I'm being honest. So you just have a bunch of other extra deck space. So it's like, cool. Instead of putting it with another fusion archetype, I mean, I guess they did, because they did Alistair, but they did a 6-card fusion archetype. They're like, no, we're gonna do hand traps, since, like, there's nothing stopping it. Like, I really wish it didn't say Draco, like, it just a monster in the hand. Like, like, and you could say I'm mad because I lost, and, like, I mean, I'm partially mad I lost, but I'm like, I don't expect to win every game, and I did make some misplays here or there in the video that you're watching currently, but I don't think that it's, like, too big of a deal. Like, it sucks, man. And, like, the fact that this draws you a card, and this draws you a card, and your opponent can pretty consistently use both of them. It's like, oh, and by the way, this searches your deck for a Dracotail, and then you can fusion a monster, assuming your opponent has a card. Which is like, oh, so if you're going first, it's you add a card to your hand, it's cool, you just add this guy to fusion. Or you add this to get the fusion spell. Or you add this to fusion. Like, okay, so you're just going to fusion using that. Or if your opponent has a monster, you can just do it with this card. And then this one is, again, it's just, you get to use a monster from your deck and any number of cards from your hand. And then, let me actually read some of these spellcasters. So, all the spellcasters are saying, you know, if they're used as fusion material, you set a Dracotail. That's to be expected. But then, Gulamel has the effect that if you activate a Dracotail card, it's a win. Then, assuming priority passes to your opponent and they don't do anything, you can then chain Gulamel to target a card and destroy it. And then, if 2 or more monsters are sent to the grave at the same time while it's in the grave, except during the damage step, you can summon it, but banish it will leave the field. And this one does the same thing, but instead it's on summon, you target monsters on the field or in the grave and return them to the hand. And then if 2 or more monsters are sent to the grave at the same time, then you get to summon him back. Now notably, this does not say Dracotail monsters in your grave, or just anything, it just says anything. So what usually happens is they use this guy, which is a pop, and they use this guy to get back their hand traps. So it's like, oh, I'm going against so-and-so deck. Let me add back my Ghost Spell. Let me add back my Ash Blossom. I'm like, man, go all out. Why don't you play some more hand traps? Play that one Dark Fiend guy that just negates anything in the grave. Like, do that. Put some more hand traps in there. Here, you're playing too many Dracotail cards, guy. Just, you can take out these spells and just keep the monsters. Heck, take out the monsters. Just keep the spells. I mean, there's always room for more non-engine. Like, what? This is ridiculous. But it's just, it's how the game goes. Who knows? I guess maybe I'll play Dracotail. But if I'm playing it, mark my words, if I play this deck, you are not going to be seeing freaking 12 hand traps in the list. I'm combining with some other fusion archetype. Here is the replay. Man, I'm so salty from this. It did feel like a close game, it just sucks. Because frame 1 Peruli, I'm like, well, that really sucks for me. Because, like, if you look at this hand is like, okay. I hate that I opened Philia Diabel, because it's like, okay, well, I have Vengeance already, well, I can just get Diabel's the White Forest, or the White Witch, and then I can use Diabel's to send Curse of Diabel. But then the issue is that Curse of Diabel isn't a target. I only play Philia Diabel. So it's like, it's kind of annoying. And then Perulia's annoying, because it's like, okay, well I have access to Jokel here via Chaotic Elements, and I'd be able to do that, but like that gives them a draw. I'm like, okay. So I do Jokel, boom. They draw Fuelos. Like, well, that's just peachy. So I grab Azuna, I'm like, I'll give you the one draw, so they're starting 5 cards. Like, okay, well I have Azuna. I'll get Case for Canine and set Force Release. Not much I can do without giving them draws, so I decide to Case for Canine to get a Lantern for the next turn. I use the Filia Diabell to get Diabell's the White Witch. And I bring this guy back. Huge mistake bringing him back, by the way. I was like, I don't know if they're going to activate cards next turn, so I might as well don't do that. So they get Alistair, or they get the Field Split to get Alistair. I'm like, I don't want them getting Alistair, so I'm like, I'm just going to stop this. They go Dracotail. I'm like, okay, I'll look in the hand and remove the fusion material if I'm lucky. And then I look in the hand and I see that's 3 hand traps and a trap card. What the heck are you fusioning? So I quickly open up Neuron to look up Dracotail, but Neuron is the biggest piece of garbage ever, because I look it up and it says there's no cards that exist. And I'm like, of freaking course they don't exist, because why would they? Thanks, Konami. I'm like, okay, frick it, I'll banish Ghost Bell. So they use Perulia. I'm like, what now? Because then I read 1 monster in hand. I'm like, oh, that's stupid. I'm like, okay, well, he's got 2 hand traps. Surely he can't do anything. Well, when this is used as fusion material, he gets to set something. So he does have something he can do. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to chain Izuna, because I think if I do, it prevents him from doing this, which I was correct. So I chain Izuna, and since I'm only playing 1 Lupus, I can't do anything. But this card, guess what? It negates. So because I had Lupus on field already like an idiot, he just negates Lupus. So Lupus is negated. So I use her to send a Jokel. Then he goes the fusion, or the card that searches and then fusions, because like, cool. Now what I should have done is I should have just chained this, even though it'd be negated, just so he couldn't pop, but I didn't think about that. So he pops Case for Canine. I'm like, whatever. He grabs the Bighorn, and then uses it and the monster that he just used the effect of to make this guy. He uses that, and he targets his copy of Malulu again. Then he changes the Bighorns, or chains the Bighorns so we can set a trap and then destroy a monster. I use Case for Canine, though. So then he destroys my big guy. Gets back Malulu, uses this, because 2 cards were set to the grave at the same time while it was in the graveyard, even though one of them was itself. So basically, use this as fusion material, it comes back for free. And it's not like this is only if it's fusion summoned, it's just, no. It's once per turn at least. So he goes this, he fusion summons using 1 in his hand and then the other 1 from his deck. He makes another copy, sets a copy of Horn, it targets it. I quickly got to read this because unfortunately Omega doesn't have a good log like Master Duel does, where it actually tells you what they did. So I just saw that it said something about attack position monster on the field, and I'm like, I don't know if that means mine or his, so I'm just going to put everything I have in defense to play around it. Bye-bye Force Release. They go battle, Uzuna goes away, and then, because I summon this back and he's just sitting there uselessly, he gets banished. I don't have him for the rest of the game because I only play 1. Like, had I not, I would just chain, like, he would go Dracotail and he would, like, maybe negate he'd have to negate the Werewolf or the Izuna. And then it's like, okay, I can make this, and then, like, I don't do anything still. I make a Book of Moon, which is like, oh, scary, oh, shiver me timbers. It does nothing, but, I mean, that's the cost of playing this with a different deck. I don't have extra deck space for the guy that absorbs the card without being willing to put him and 1 number monster, but I only have access to 1 Ripper, which I don't like. I don't even like only having 1 Werewolf, but And then he gets the Ghost Bell that I banished. So now he's got 2 back row and a Ghost Bell. And I think he has Droll too, if I remember. So I'm like, okay, I got Deception. I'll go Deception. I'll go Deception. And then he's like, cool, I'll negate the spell. And then he also gets to place a card from grave back into the deck, and then draw a card. And guess what? Since his whole deck is hand traps, he draws a hand trap. I'm like, okay, I'll go Lantern. That eats the Ghost Bell. I'm like, okay, I'll go this. I'll send the trap. And then here I sent Morian I could have just sent Wanted to like get a draw later, but I didn't because I was stupid, because I was sending more, and because it was partly because I'm like, oh, I need a card to banish for Vengeance, but it's like, wait, I have Curse already engraved. So I banish Philia and Curse to get this out, then use Philia to buff them uselessly. I pay half my life points and target his card, and then he activates the effect. I'm like, so what, he can target his own stuff. So he goes to target his own monster, so he can then chain that monster. So this one's going to go back to the hand, or the extra deck anyways, but you get to pop a card. I mean, all he pop is this, because both of these are protected. So I set Morian, and then he gets to put back a card, and guess what? Draw a hand trap. So I'm like, okay, I'll go Dracotail. I go Dracotail, effect, to send the Deception. I'm like, okay, I have a chance. I can do this. I can do this. Droll and Lockbird. It's like, what do you want me to do, man? Like, seriously. I can't do anything about this. Because if he didn't droll me there, I think I win. Because I haven't gone battle phase yet, and like I know I have 2 cards in defense. But I have Dracotail, and then I use Field Spell to get Azamina LZ. And then with Azamina LZ, I use that in the Dracotail to get Queen, or Diabell Queen. And then the LZ will search me a Sinful Spoils card. And then the Queen can get me back a Spell Trap. I can use the Spell Trap to get back Case for Canine. Then I can use Case for Canine to get a Jokool, to summon the Jokool in the Lantern. And then I can use the Lantern to get another Case for Canine, and then use the Jokool to get my final copy of Izuna. I can make another copy of Ripper, or I could just make the Book of Moon. But more likely I make the Ripper, and then Case for Canine, since they've definitely activated cards, it would be much bigger. I could beat over everything, and then just put them on whatever crap they have in their hand. But Droll stops it. So I just do this to give battle protection to this once. I should have put this in defense, since it's like, she wasn't big enough anyways, but I was kind of hoping maybe I could do something, but just didn't end up working out. So they go to Fusion, and I'm like, I have to chain, and I'm just going to get rid of this so it gets banished. So then I summon Poplar, they add, and then they Fusion, and they Fusion using the big guy, they make another copy of the big guy, and then they go to return their own hand traps, and then they use the cards to set the spell traps, and to summon back, and now they get the Droll back, and then they use that, and they get the Spellcaster back, they fuse with the Spellcaster and the Moolulu, and then they get to negate a card. It's like, okay, well I have to chain, so I chain Poplar, I make Vengeance, and my mistake was making Vengeance Dragon using Diabells. I should have used Vengeance, since I can get her back anyways, just because the pop that he has wouldn't be able to work, but I mean, like, I'm just kind of screwed anyways, it doesn't really matter. Because I have Morian, so I can Book a Moon, so we can't pop a card again, but then he sets a card, pops a monster anyways. It's just like, and then because I have the field spell active, he can just crash into this twice, and it's like, well darn. Like, if I put it in defense position, it would have been fine. I would have lived. Like, he would have had to crash everything, and then, I mean, he still has Droll against me, and then all this, but it's like, golly, that was egregiously rough. It felt, Droll, man, I just need to start main decking Sales Ban, I guess. It just really sucks that list, man, for 15 non-engine, that's all hand traps. And this wasn't his, this is just my idea. Look how cheap the extra is compared to the main deck, that's crazy. I mean, if I take out the hand traps, I'm sure the price drastically drops. I guess you only need to play one of these. Yeah, $100 for these 19 cards. That's all he was playing. That's all you need. Don't need anything else. Well, if you enjoyed this video, honestly, I'm gonna say that I'm very surprised, because I know I didn't. If you would like to say something about maybe what I can do to play around this, or hey, maybe you have some tips for building a Dracotail deck that doesn't run 15 hand traps, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll be looking into it now and thinking about it probably the rest of the night. Have a great night.